The Guadalupe River has claimed lives before. Nearly 40 years ago, a similar scenario playing out as a wall of water swept away campgrounds and lives.
James Moore was a news reporter back then and tells Katiera Winfrey the images today are eerily similar.
Marcelino and Sherman Moore lives in hill country right now and says although water levels are going down, the rain hasn't stopped. He says he lives with a type of PTSD, watching yet another tragedy unfold, again feeling grief for the parents and families experiencing the loss. The desperation people must have felt clinging to trees as rushing water flowed below is only something you can imagine and hope to never see again.
There's just a level of devastation that you probably wouldn't understand if you'd ever been there.
In 1987, James Moore saw it as a reporter on the ground, covering a massive flood breaching the Guadalupe River banks. Camps were inundated with water. Many got out, but the last group included 10 youngsters killed when rushing water swept away their bus. What were the evacuation orders back in '87? It sounds like people kind of tried to get ahead of it, but they still kind of got caught in that wall of water.
I think that it was slightly different because it was during the day. There was daylight, and they had gotten warnings. The one camp, the only way to get out of there was across the low water crossing.
In July 1987, he remembers rescues turning into recoveries.
My cameraman and I at that time, we discovered one of the bodies under a brush pile. It was a horrendous thing to see.
Hope gave people the strength to hold on, and it drove parents and families back along the Guadalupe in the immediate aftermath and weeks later.
People were desperate. They're going up and down the river looking for their children. I mean, there were helicopters racing up and down the river.
Today, he says, up high in the giant cypress trees sits debris 100 feet up from previous floods. A reminder, this could happen again. And Moore tells me 4 years earlier he covered the tragic flooding at the nearby Pedernales River that also claimed lives. He says as families search for answers, there are sure to be some hard questions asked down the road on what the state can do to address flooding in hill country. Back to you.
All right, Katiera Winfrey, thank you.